And this is Limerick coming out on a big day for them, Cyril, down in Páirc. Now, we've all heard about this record of Cork not being beaten down there, of course, since 1976.
Well, the big thing, Michael, is that Limerick will treat it like another game. If they believe in this hoodoo, if they believe in it, they're going to be beaten. They have to go down there and take it as any other game and go out and win. Because really, this team, if it doesn't win today, it could be the breaking up of that team. They're around long enough now to win the championship, and they still have to get over that awful defeat. So this is their year.
Times past, even going back to that game 4 years ago, Tomas, when a Limerick team or a Clare team going down to Páirc would be stricken with fear at the sight of the blood and bandages. It's not quite the same now, though, is it?
It's not, no, Michael. Over the last 3 or 4 years, we've struggled in the first round of our championship matches, and today it's probably going to be a bit different in a sense, right? You have a new management team, you have a fresh approach to the outfit. Limerick, in all fairness to them, came last year and beat Tipperary in Páirc, so I don't think they're going to have any fears today of playing Cork in their own back garden.
This is, Cyril, a very settled Cork team. It's pretty much the same teams we've seen there now that could have won the All-Ireland 2 years ago.
The Limerick team Michael was talking about now, they could have and they believe that they should have won it 2 years ago, but last year was a bad year for them. But they are a settled side, but the only thing is that Cork lately in challenge games have been going very well, and there's one quiet game that was had about 2 weeks ago and they scored about 224 against Kilkenny, down in Páirc on a windy evening. And I think Gerard's going to have a big barrel this year, Cunningham, because that breeze will be coming in funnels down the pitch, and both goalies have a big say in the outcome.
Both sides obviously will want to win this match on its own rights, but of course there's also that extra little factor of the winners to meet Clare, the All-Ireland and Munster champions, in the next round.
Well, if Limerick win, they have Clare in the Gaelic grounds at home, and if Cork win, they have them in what they call the home of hurling in Thurles, a fantastic pitch and a fantastic stadium. So the stakes are high. Even for both management teams, the stakes are very high.
Tomas, we were talking just a moment ago there about the young new players in the Cork side, but in fact you think that the big game today could be from some of the older players?
I would think so, yes. When you look at both sides, really, I mean, you have 2 excellent goalkeepers. I think, as Cyril just said there, I think Cunningham's puck out, whether it be with the wind or against the wind, could have a very big bearing on it. Because if Gerard is pucking out the ball and pucking it well as he always does, I mean, you're going to be having a ball landed down on top of Teddy McCarthy with a duel with Ciarán Carey. Now, Ciarán Carey is a great man for going forward all the time. So if Teddy McCarthy can actually turn him and start having him running the other way, I think Corcoran are a very good chance. And likewise, at the other side, you have Gary Kirby against Jim Cashman. I mean, Jim Cashman and Gary Kirby have great tussles down through the years. And I think another one is in place for today.
OK, now I was just mentioning a moment ago there that our pitch side reporter is Tony O'Donoghue, and here indeed he is now talking to the 2 managers, Jimmy Barry Murphy and Tom Ryan.
Yeah, it's a very wet and windy Páirc, but a clash we're all eagerly looking forward to. With me, the 2 Toms, Cashman and Ryan. Tom Ryan first. Will the conditions affect the game, Tom?
No, Tony, the conditions won't affect the game. It's coming and going. The wind is a bit spilly, all right, but the pitch is in immaculate condition, and indeed the rain, and it'll be ideal conditions.
The one thing Limerick have been lacking the last couple of seasons is luck. Will you have the luck today?
Well, luck is what comes, and we're looking forward to the game, Tony. It should be a great game.
It should be indeed. Tom Cashman, you're used to championship hurling as a player. Is it different as a manager?
Yeah, much different, Tony. Much better out there in the field, mixing it up with the lads, but it's going to be tough sitting in the sidelines watching it.
What about Cork's performance in the league? Disappointing in the end. Do you think you can recapture championship type form?
Yeah, it's all in the past, Tony. You know, we have to look forward and be positive, and we prepared well for today, and we're hoping that the lads will do it on today for us.
No changes.
Cashman there, not Jimmy Barry Murphy. Sorry about that. Gentlemen, before we go to the match, a quick prediction on this one.
Well, if Limerick can win the toss and take the breeze and get in front and put pressure, real physical pressure within the law on Cork, to have a great chance here today. But if Cork start well, they could be in for a hiding.
Tomas, can your side do it?
Yes, I think so. Cork have been very quiet over the last couple of weeks, and they've prepared very, very well. I know a lot of the lads involved in the team, and I think they're eagerly looking forward to this one, and I think they'll shade it.
Gentlemen, that's the talking done on this one for the moment. Let's get to the action. Here we go at Páirc and the big match of the afternoon, Ciarán.
Thank you very much indeed. You join us for the national anthem. Strains of Aaron Avian, and just to settle the question as to who's won the toss, it's Cork, and they play from left to right in the first half, and they will have the wind at their backs. And the foreman in midfield ready for the throw-in there, waiting Willie Barrett's sound. And Willie indeed was the referee here for that 1992 Munster final that you featured a little while ago in the Mulcahy goal. It's a very large attendance, bigger than expected, I think, probably up around 25,000. A misty afternoon, however. And Gerloughnane, for once in a Páirc Quaid match, Cork are not the favourites.
No, Cork are not the favourites. I suppose Limerick are the favourites here, even though Cork have this great record at home. But very, very hard to call it today. We won't know until half-time how things are going. Cork will need to be leading by 6 or 7 points, I think. So a really, really exciting game in prospect.
So Ger on a double mission, as it were, here this afternoon, working alongside us here, providing analysis and also, of course, keeping an eye on his opponents in a couple of weeks' time. Paudge Tobin ready, away to our left. And there's the Cork team. Whistle has been thrown in, but the whistle has been sounded, and away we go. And the teams are unchanged. That's the team news that we'll give you, and get on with the action. Kieran McGuckin, as we watch that Limerick team. And Kieran McGuckin has switched corner straight away with Fergal McCormack. Here's Gary Kirby, scorer of 12 points out of 16 here 12 months ago against Tipperary. Damien Quigley. Dangerous ball, one for Cunningham to react to. And the goalkeeper does well, playing today in his 47th championship match. This is Fergal McCormack, nephew of the great Kerry footballer Mick O'Connell. Down towards Joe Dean. Trying to get inside, see Steve McDonagh. Dean going for the first point. The umpires have a right good look at it. Ball has gone wide. But Cork will be glad that he's been able to get on the ball early and settle down any would-be nerves. Good chance here, Ger.
Very good chance, Joe. A bit nervous, I suppose, on his first game. Amazingly, the Cork full forward line are playing very far out, even though they're playing with the wind. He was about 30 yards out when he got the goal, but I'm sure the game has no pattern yet, but it will after a while.
Joe Quaid made his championship debut 2 years ago against the same opposition. What a day he had down in Cork and Rail and Limerick. Surely McCarthy trying to take that out of midfield. Stopped over there. Coming back towards Barry Egan. Would be expected to take the Cork freeze. In it goes towards Alan Brown. So 2 attacks yielding nothing. Alan Brown is a younger brother of Richard, who played in the championship for Cork a few years back as a full-back. He's been busy with his auctioneering examinations. That's Kevin Murray indeed there from Clodouv, just outside Ballincollig here in Cork. Good puck out against the wind. Brian Corcoran operating at midfield this afternoon. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays. Jim Cashman, they're beaten for that. Timmy Kelleher back here minding the house, getting assistance from the aforementioned Brian Corcoran. First time we've seen him really play as a midfielder. Towards Teddy McCarthy. How will he do in his clash with Ciarán Carey? That's stopped over there by Dave Clarke, the Kilmallock man, powering his way forward. Not getting much leverage out of it, however. Again, it's Brian Corcoran. This one falls for Mark Foley. In the corner there is Fergal Ryan, the Black Rock man. Jim Cashman also frees for the Rockies. We await the first score as Mike Nash makes a fine clearance. Batted down by Timmy Kelleher. Taking the shoulder there from Mike Houlihan. A fair degree of uncertainty. Jim Cashman trying to get it away, struggling to do so. Páirc Tobin getting it forward. Now Timmy Kelleher. A game without shape so far. Mark Mullins had it, but the Limerick player is down injured. That's going to be a free in. And the pat there on the back of Dave Clarke of Kilmallock. Sean O'Neill saying, well done. This is what happened. Got a clip from behind, hence the free. Con Murphy in there attending to Brian Corcoran. Brian had a wonderful year here in 1992. Made his debut in the championship against Tip, did so well against Pat Fox, and then the club went on to win the county championship. Here's Mike Houlihan to take the free from the middle of the field. Rain has eased off, sun's come out. Into the wind then. Looks good. Struck over the bar. Great point from a free.
Great point. First of all, a late tackle from Mark Mullins. You can't give away frees to Limerick because Mike Houlihan or Gary Kirby will point them all. But a great free into the wind by Mike Houlihan, making a very welcome return for Limerick.
Well, he recovered from a fractured jaw. It was a miracle recovery, really. They were expecting he'd be out for at least 6 weeks. Teddy McCarthy over there. Doesn't get anything of it. Comes to Steve McDonagh. One of the stars from 94. That went off Shane O'Neill, I think, or he's claiming that it was the Corkman who touched it. The linesman signalling that it's going to be a ball downfield. Willie Barrett going in just to confirm. Fergal McCormack from Mallow shaping up to take it. Dropped in towards Mark Mullins. Back out again. Good little intervention there by Mark Mullins just to unsettle Ciarán Carey. We've had all manner of weather conditions here this afternoon. Showers, mist, and now pleasant sunshine. Dave Clarke to take the sideline cut. Over the head there of Shawty McCarthy. Gary Kirby got a touch to it. Onto Mike Galligan, who was born in Fairhill here in Cork. Useful shot from Galligan, and that's got over the bar. Mike Galligan from Clahone with a second point for Limerick, justifying their favouritism in the opening 6 minutes.
Well, interestingly here, Cork switched their two wing backs before the game. Fergal McCormack moved over to left wing back and Kieran McGuckin to this wing, but Mike Galligan doing what he does best there, moving to the far wing and taking a great shot from about 60 yards out. Great point.
Cork yet to settle, yet to win the action around midfield. Jim Cashman leaving it behind, supported there by Fergal Ryan. Comes back to Galligan again. He looks so sharp and he puts it over, and it's another point for Galligan. A third point for Limerick, who made by far the better start.
Well, no doubt about it. Mike Galligan is on song today and he's like this, he can beat a team on his own. Another tremendous point there for them.
Well, 2 points from play, and as we say, Kieran McGuckin's been switched onto him. He looks well away from him there. Yes, he's causing problems. Ciarán Carey trying to master his patch of ground alongside of Mark Foley. Good deep ball inside towards Paudge Tobin. Free to Cork. A foul there on John O'Driscoll of Delaney's around Dublin Hill. Well, Cork have the first 2 attacks, both wide, and Limerick have come back to get their scores. Jim Cashman's free towards Teddy McCarthy, touchdown, comes towards Mark Mullins, can't take it, swept away from Barry Egan, comes out in the end to Shawty McCarthy. Is this their first score? And the Rebels taking their first point from midfielder Shawty McCarthy. McCarthy from Ballinhassig makes it 3 points to 1.
Well, Cork badly need this score. Ball breaking out to Shawty McCarthy. Shawty's always good for 2 or 3 points in the game and takes a very good score.
There's been a concern in Cork this week about the strength of their half forwards, whether or not they could get the measure of the Limerick half back line. And Shawty really going in there to show all and sundry how it's done. He breaks his stick here in a clash with Mike Houlihan. This comes across to Mark Mullins, the Carlow-born captain of Cork this afternoon. Seán O'Neill retreats. Free will be taken by Barry Egan. Good view here of the distance out as Barry Egan, wind assisted, drops it in and drops it over. So Cork are right back in it. This could be a great match. Fans are enjoying themselves and the weather has turned much more pleasant. Early stages in the game. Joe Quaid's puck out. Ciarán Carey going across. It wasn't such a good puck out. And there was some holding there. Dave Clarke was trying to make his way free. Free to Limerick.
Come on, Mark, get good. Come on, Mark.
Kilmallock's Dave Clarke will take this. goes neatly.